He taught me, all the mathematical tables, and by the time I got into third grade, the teacher said, she's just passed all the standardized tests up to 12th grade.
It was only a matter of time before things boiled over on The View, but nobody expected it to go this far. The morning talk show has always been known for fiery debates, but this latest clash between Sunny Hostin and Alyssa Farah Griffin took things to a whole new level. The tension had been building for months, and according to those familiar with the show's dynamics, Sunny and Alyssa have never truly seen eye to eye. But this was different. It all started with what seemed like just another heated discussion on immigration.
That she refused to go back. I mean, I invited her several times. Nanny, come. I used to call her Nanny. Nanny, come to Puerto Rico. I'll put you up at the Ritz. It'll be great. No desire.
Specifically, Donald Trump's controversial gold card visa, the policy, which allows wealthy individuals to essentially buy their way into U.S. residency for $5 million, sparked an intense debate between the co-hosts. Sunny, never one to hold back, reportedly slammed the policy as an unfair loophole designed to benefit the ultra-rich, while working-class immigrants continue to struggle.
Yeah.
Zero. And no desire to talk about her time there, really, either.
Well, all of this loss occurred before the age of 12.
Yeah, I can't imagine it, actually. I can't imagine that.
She didn't mince words, painting it as yet another example of economic privilege outweighing fairness. But before she could even finish her point, Alyssa cut in, dismissing the argument as a one-sided take and insisting that immigration concerns go far beyond just wealth or race. She brought up illegal crossings, emphasizing that the issue affects people from all over the world, not just a specific group. That's when things started getting really tense. Sunny Hostin was not having it. The moment Alyssa cut in, she immediately tried to reclaim the floor, but it was already too late.
People are like, that looks like the lady from The View.
Right.
But if we're together, they know
of course
that we are there. And so we took about 50 selfies at intermission.
Alyssa kept pushing her point, talking over Sunny, doubling down on her argument about illegal crossings, and you could see the frustration on Sunny's face. She wasn't just annoyed, she was fuming. The conversation quickly spiraled out of control. Voices overlapped. The discussion turned into a chaotic back and forth, where neither of them was willing to back down. Sunny, clearly exasperated, raised her voice in an attempt to be heard. She wasn't going to let Alyssa bulldoze over her argument, not this time. And then, boom, she threw up her hands in frustration, making a sharp, deliberate gesture as she demanded uninterrupted speaking time. That's when Whoopi Goldberg, who's no stranger to refereeing The View's infamous clashes, stepped in. She tried to cool things down, urging both women to take a breath and reset the conversation before it completely went off the rails. But the damage was already done. Alyssa, perhaps realizing she'd pushed too far, attempted to smooth things over. "I know I interrupt sometimes," she admitted, her tone noticeably softer. But was it a real apology? Or just an attempt to ease the tension without actually conceding? Because if Sunny's expression was anything to go by, she wasn't buying it. And honestly, neither was the audience. And if you thought things calmed down once the cameras stopped rolling, think again.
And all of a sudden, we were surrounded by security, and we were telling them, no, we want to hear from our viewers. Like, we're cool with this. Like, this is wonderful that they love the show so much. It was kind of incredible.
The second The View cut to a commercial break, the tension reportedly exploded backstage. According to sources close to the production, Sunny and Alyssa weren't done, not even close. What started as an on-air clash allegedly turned into a full-blown confrontation behind the scenes. Producers had to step in, not just to mediate, but to prevent things from escalating even further. Multiple insiders claim the show's higher-ups were caught completely off guard by how intense things got. After all, heated debates are nothing new for The View, but this was something else entirely. Meanwhile, social media erupted. Fans couldn't believe what they had just witnessed, calling it one of the most dramatic moments in The View's history. Clips of the showdown spread like wildfire. Viewers dissected every expression, every interruption, every moment of tension. Some sided with Sunny, calling out Alyssa for constantly cutting her off. Others defended Alyssa, arguing that Sunny overreacted. Either way, one thing was clear: this wasn't just another heated debate. Something had shifted, and the fallout was just getting started. This latest clash wasn't an isolated incident. It was just the latest in a long history of polarizing moments from Sunny Hostin. She's never been afraid to speak her mind, but time and time again, her blunt takes have landed her in hot water. And let me just tell you, this isn't the first time she's found herself at the center of controversy. One of her most infamous moments, that time she implied that non-college educated white women largely supported Trump because of racism.
Right? They had a vision of how do we create community and create a space where we are welcome in a country where we are not welcome.
That comment set off a firestorm. Critics slammed her for what they saw as an overly broad and divisive statement, turning a conversation about voting demographics into something far more personal. The backlash was immediate and intense. Then, there was her take on Latino voters, another moment that sparked serious outrage. She suggested that many Latino voters who backed Trump did so because of cultural attitudes towards sexism. And guess who was right there pushing back? Alyssa Farah Griffin. That particular debate turned into yet another heated exchange between the two, adding even more fuel to their already rocky dynamic. And let's not forget the broader criticism Sunny has faced over the years. Her critics argue she's not just outspoken, she's divisive. Some say she approaches political topics with too much bias, making it harder for meaningful discussions to happen on The View. Others, however, believe she's just calling things as she sees them, refusing to sugarcoat hard truths. Either way, it's clear that Sunny has a reputation for controversy, and this latest incident, it's only cementing that further. But here's the thing, this isn't just about Alyssa. Sunny Hostin's behind-the-scenes reputation has been raising eyebrows for a while now. And according to insiders, tensions with Alyssa are just the tip of the iceberg. Sarah Haynes, another co-host, has reportedly had her own share of friction with Sunny. While their disagreements haven't exploded as publicly as this latest showdown, sources say their dynamic has been rocky for quite some time.
And I think that was the goal, has been the goal, and they have really maintained that goal.
Sarah, known for her more measured and diplomatic approach, allegedly finds Sunny's bluntness exhausting. And let's be real, The View thrives on debate. But there's a fine line between spirited discussion and full-blown conflict. Then there's Whoopi Goldberg, the unofficial referee of the show. And from what people are saying, she's tired of constantly stepping in to play peacemaker. Insiders claim she's had to mediate multiple disputes, and at times, even she has grown visibly frustrated with the non-stop drama. She knows the show needs tension to keep things interesting, but when it starts affecting the work environment, that's a different story. And that's the paradox of Sunny Hostin. She's a ratings magnet. Viewers can't look away when she's involved in these heated moments. But behind the scenes, she's reportedly a workplace headache. Some staffers allegedly find her difficult to work with, saying that her strong opinions make it hard to keep the peace. Others argue that she's simply passionate, unwilling to back down, even when it ruffles feathers. Either way, it's becoming clear. The drama surrounding Sunny isn't just a one-time thing. It's a pattern, and it might be catching up with her. And just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, here comes the bombshell. This time, it's not just about Sunny, it's about her husband. Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, a well-known orthopedic surgeon, is now at the center of a massive legal scandal that's sending shockwaves through the industry. And let me tell you, this is big. According to court documents, he is one of 180 defendants named in a sweeping federal insurance fraud lawsuit.
Listen, I think that after 2 years of a Trump presidency and a Trump administration, I think during the midterms, there will be a referendum on the fact that he is likely to tear apart families.
The allegations, they're serious. We're talking claims of fraudulent billing, unnecessary medical procedures, and a web of financial kickbacks that could spell major legal trouble. Some patients who reportedly only had minor injuries, allegedly underwent surgeries they never even needed. And why? Because the lawsuit suggests it was all part of a larger scheme to drain money from insurance companies. But let's break this down. The lawsuit claims that this wasn't just some accidental misbilling, this was systematic. We're talking a network of doctors, medical professionals, and clinics allegedly working together to manipulate the system for millions in payouts. And Dr. Hostin? His name is right there on the list. The allegations say he knowingly performed or authorized procedures that weren't actually necessary, all while billing insurance providers for the maximum possible amount. And here's the kicker. He allegedly benefited from these fraudulent claims, raking in financial rewards disguised as investments from the very people involved in the scheme. And when the news broke, Sunny did not hold back. She immediately slammed the lawsuit, calling it nothing more than a smear campaign orchestrated by insurance companies. She even went as far as threatening to take legal action herself, vowing to sue for defamation. But let's be real, this isn't just about defending her husband. This is about protecting her own reputation, because if these allegations hold any weight, it could mean serious consequences.
These crazy tariffs are going to inure to the benefit of no one, especially the working class and the middle class. I think once the economy starts tanking, and it may not happen in 2 years, but it certainly will happen in 3 years, according to economists.
Not just for Emmanuel, but for her entire brand. And let's not forget, this isn't just a random lawsuit. This is federal, meaning the government is involved, and they don't come after small fish. This kind of case takes years to build, with stacks of evidence, insider testimonies, and deep financial investigations. So while Sunny is pushing back hard, the reality is, this isn't something that's going away overnight. Now the public, they're skeptical. Critics are now questioning just how much Sunny really knew about all of this. Some are even suggesting that her past critiques of the healthcare system, where she's called out corruption and unfair practices, might have been an attempt to deflect attention away from her own household. And then there's the biggest question: could this scandal be the final nail in the coffin for her career on The View? Because if ABC is looking for a reason to cut ties, they just might have found it. And let's be honest, this couldn't be worse timing. With The View already dealing with non-stop controversy, the network might not want to take on another headache. Will they stand by her? Or will they decide it's easier to quietly push her out? Because when it comes to scandals like this, networks hate bad press. And Sunny, she's right in the middle of it. At the end of the day, this drama isn't just about one heated argument, it's about something bigger. The fiery exchange between Sunny Hostin and Alyssa Farah Griffin wasn't just another debate gone wrong. It was a reflection of deeper personal and political tensions that have been simmering beneath the surface for months. And now, it looks like everything is finally coming to a head.
I was reluctant to share it, actually.
Why?
I will tell you. Because I knew that it would get pickup. I knew that it would be Sunny Hostin from The View.
Sunny's history of controversial remarks has always made her a polarizing figure. Some say she's fearless, unafraid to speak her mind, no matter the backlash. Others argue she crosses the line, turning every debate into a battle and alienating those who don't agree with her. But now, with this massive lawsuit against her husband, the conversation is shifting. This isn't just about on-air clashes anymore. This is about real-life consequences. And the big question is, how much will this lawsuit affect her reputation? Because whether she likes it or not, this scandal has officially become her problem too. And let's not forget The View. With tensions at an all-time high, people are wondering if ABC is about to make a major move. Will Sunny be fired? Is the network looking for a way to quietly push her out? Or is this just another bump in the road, one she'll somehow find a way to move past? And what about the other co-hosts? With all these ongoing feuds, what does the future of the show even look like? One thing's for sure, this situation is far from over. The question now is, what happens next? Will Sunny survive this latest scandal? Will The View finally reach a breaking point? Or is this just another chapter in the long, messy history of daytime TV drama? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment and tell me, is this the end of Sunny Hostin's time on The View? Or will she come out of this stronger than ever?